Namaste, my friend, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac Weather. My name is Christopher Witecki. I am the sensei to Sirius Joy, here to stand in my heart and walk in the light. Such a pleasure to light walk with you today, my friend. And I'm lovecasting live on the beautiful Temple of Gaia on Wednesday, February 11th, 2015. Today promises to be an interesting day, to say the least, because Step 22, Aquarius, rules the day. Now, Step 22 is a natural-born step of Aquarius. So if it's Step 22 Virgo or Step 22 Taurus, it is Aquarius behind that 22. And this 22 is in Aquarius. So this is a double dose of innovation. Could be some shock energy. Some people on the planet are in for some sort of shock value today. And in some senses, you might feel kind of shocked inside. And that is what you're experiencing as quantum blooming, where your consciousness now starts to burst forth, almost like a flower releasing its seeds, like when you used to blow as a kid, the dandelion, and all the seeds go out. This is a quantum blooming where, oh my gosh, everything connects to everything, and the universe all expands at the same time. It's going to be a fun day, but it might be an emotional day, and I'll talk about that in the Sensei Sunrise, how to manage our emotions. But before we do, let's first tame our brain, shall we, with the phrase of the day. I feel myself, I feel the world. And so it is, right? These are the two spheres we want to pay attention to. The Gemini, our intellect, our thinking state of awareness, is designed in two drives. It has two drives. It's two processors. Each of those sides of our brain can think about different things at the same time, or many different things at the same time, depending on how much you exercise the brain. But that said, on one hemisphere, I feel myself. That's what I'll be mindful of, my feelings today. In the other hemisphere, I feel the world. And when you can ride on this distinction, you are in emotional integrity at that point, because you're able to coordinate between the two worlds, much like the moon coordinates between our inner and outer world. A lot of people get lost in how they feel, or for those of us who go around trying to help others all the time, we get lost in how they feel. We feel the world, and we forget to feel ourselves. So I think each of us have a conditioned emotional response to feel one hemisphere or the other. But today it's important to feel both. And in the age of Aquarius, so to speak, that is what we are operating under, that premise, that we feel ourselves and we feel the world. And in this premise, you can understand where you belong. That's the only way you know if you belong. I feel me, I feel the world. I don't belong here, right? And if you just get out of, pardon me, sir, and move over to where it does feel right, the world will reorganize like perfect waves in synchronicity. So I feel myself, and I feel the world, and so it is. I thought so. The serious step of the day is Step 22, Aquarius. And the architecture of incarnation is as follows. We are moving now, as of Step 20 and beyond, to we are feeling what we are becoming in each moment. And we are always feeling what we're becoming, Step 20 on, in any transit around the clock of the cosmic clock. But we are today, now that we're into the mastery of Aquarius, feeling what we are becoming. And what we do is something adds more feeling to that. That more feeling could be something from the world. That more feeling could be something from the you feel side, where you come to a conclusion or realization and you get excited. Another part of you fires up. So now the 22 is the two of you. That's very common. That's like the master wizard, figuring out magic, or the master artist, having creative breakthrough. And what this leads to is belong. Our belonging consciousness knows where other parts of the consciousness now belong. We're going to put this consciousness in that drawer, and this consciousness in this drawer, and feels so much better because the emotions of us are aligned in this 22 consciousness. So let's look at the chakras and how they're affected today. The chakras, which are like 7 film projectors spinning light into the universe, talking to all the other beings on the planet. And today, the third chakra, yellow, is massive, right? So I feel I am becoming, and I feel the world. Those both kind of come into that yellow. And we feel all of our past life karma and stuff through the yellow, and we identify it through the yellow. And don't forget, thoughts go through the yellow. And so thoughts and emotions run side by side in the currency of the universe. And what this adds to is where I belong. Basically our modem. Log it in like, this is where I belong. So today you really want to ground your root chakra if you can. Do some breaths through your root. And when I go through my root, I breathe in and all the way out to Mother Earth. Let her redigest that. That bad energy can pop up as a mushroom somewhere on Mother Earth. That's how it works, right? And it regurgitates and turns into light again. And also clear out your crown chakra and let your vision be true. Do not let it be distorted by any prejudgments that you once had. This is a day where we'll reassess where we belong. So remaining open and seeing is the best way to be, I believe, on a day like today. So let's look at the timing of things with our cosmic clock. So looking at the cosmic clock, it's a fascinating day. The sun is at step 2 Aquarius, like I mentioned, and we are now transiting toward Pisces on our way down the clock, so to speak. Mercury is now direct. So on this day of quantum bouncing off the world and other people's emotions and our own inside, our mind is back online just in time. And by no means an accident, I don't think, by the ballet of the universe. So today we are thinking forward now. And we're at step 1, our minds. So we are mindful of our heart as well. So that's one of the things to be mindful of, what our heart thinks in each of those spheres, right? The moon is in Scorpio, and so emotions are protected or ought to be protected, and I would say to some degree sensitive. There is a, they feel kind of exposed. The Scorpio energy is actually very exposed, even though they look like they are shut down from the outside. On the inside, they feel like marshmallows. So there's a marshmallow feeling to our emotions, but they are stoic and strong today. And we have this yod. Now remember yesterday, God was giving us the finger pointing to step 17. And today, on the quantum day, it's now pointing to step 16. This means that we are basically re-looking at what our heart will manifest, right? That's basically, that's the step 10. And then the step 6 is we're opening up to the giving and receiving of love now. And it's time to open up to the giving and receiving of love. And that may mean that when your emotions bounce off of somebody and they wink at you, you let it get to your heart. You're like, ah, right? That means you've opened up to it. And what this leads to is the 7, which is God's intention all along. Right? So by opening up to the love today, you will receive the spiritual intention behind it all. And then Sagittarius, Sagittarius, we are reworking our collective consciousness. We are reworking our personal beliefs. And here at step 4, Saturn at step 4, I am predicting that everyone will have a basic breakdown in what they believe. So along with this quantum breakthrough of us doing this blooming, this quantum blooming, we will break down a self-limiting belief and break through to unlimited possibilities in belief at the same time. So the ballet is quite strong indeed. Now looking at the consciousness, today it is step 22, quantum blooming. We're bouncing off of each other and seeing what's up. Tomorrow we actually log into that vision quest and we reach clarity, and the moon will be in Scorpio for most of the day, and so we'll be finishing the emotional high boundaries of what this all means. So today's a like holy shift, and tomorrow's like, well, I guess we're going to have to get another garage or whatever. You come to that like conclusion about things. So now let's look at the Sensei sunrise and an interesting topic for the day. Quantum blooming. So I am my book this month is Conversations with God, or the first 3 anyways. And I want to share some of the more profound stuff that comes out of this because 1, we're in Aquarius. 2, I thought it might do you some good to think about something else besides yourself today in today's lessons, to not make it so, intellectual, let you actually bounce off of things. And I want to bring some profound thought, and here's definitely one. In Conversations with God, there is a quote. It says that when men replace aggression with reason, contempt with compassion, always winning with no one winning, then man may become a woman. which confirms what my suspicions have always been. That, in essence, a woman is a wombed man. In other words, in the collective conscious of reincarnation, we have to keep going back as a man until we get it, and then we get a womb, which means a lot, really. Now, this truth, I think, is known by anyone who is spiritual, and anyone who respects women can feel this wisdom inside them, this truth, this understanding. And I think that we, as we reincarnate, and after we become a wombed man, we can go back to being a man, and then up, to a wombed man. But it means that a lot of there will be some quantum consequences to this. As I was thinking through it, after this, I realized all of this and processed the truth of this in my consciousness and thinking about the age of Aquarius. For one, the first thing that excites me about this truth, if we were to all accept this truth, that we come back to Earth a lot, and when we do, we have to first be a man before we have the power and privilege of creation. Right? Well, what this means for women is that there's nothing for you to worry about, in the sense that you have been a man and graduated. And I think it's time for women to accept and receive that attitude and go ahead and live by it. Here's the truth, ladies. Every man knows that look from their mother. That knowing look. Every man came from a woman. And so you do have that power. Some women claim it, some women don't. And that power, I think, is quite frankly that you are living with the womb, the power of creation. This is a special condition that God gives after you have shifted consciousness in the terms on the prior slide. And so therefore, quiet boy, right? I think that it's time for women to go ahead and take advantage of that. For men, this is very interesting too, I think, because for men, first of all, homophobia should be gone. Hello, they were men just in the last life or 2 lives ago. It's always men with men. In fact, there's technically no such thing as straight, because it's a man always that's become a woman. So we really can just stop worrying about this stuff. And I think in transgender, also the same quantum consequences. In my opinion, anyone who is gay is in transition. They're a man becoming a woman, or they're a woman becoming a man. It doesn't just happen in one lifetime. You don't just shift directions that fast in all of your awareness, all of your tastes, and all of your turn-ons. It's a gradual process. And what's interesting is, you have souls that have been a man, earned the privilege to be a wombed man, then decided to be a man again. And you see why there's so much talent in the gay population. Because these are talented souls that have gone up and down a couple times in some cases. And I think when you're in that Mars-Venus transition, you get a little cuckoo too. I think you do get a little like, wow, anything's possible, right? And that's the magic, and that's what's so gay. That's why they're happy. So there's some quantum consequences, in my opinion, if we accept this truth in life and consciousness. And I think it allows us to understand the natural place of man and woman, that man and woman are meant to stand together. And to some degree, a woman is a sensei, teaching us men where we're going. But at the same respect of this transition, I'm sure when you are a man for several lives and then you hop into being a woman, you can be a little butch. You can be a little intense at times, ladies, when you aren't getting your way. And perhaps that is just due to the fact that you are just learning to chill out that male vibe and go with the flow of the universe and receive the power of creation with the womb you've been granted and received. So it's an interesting time. We are on the precipice of the age of Aquarius. We are all men and we are all women inside eventually. And it's time for us to accept and receive us in totality. It's certainly time for us to come together instead of shifting apart, to see how it's all going to have to work together, to know that life is cycles and circles of consciousness, and male and female are part of those cycles. We cycle in and we cycle out. Today on the Sirius Joy Personal Sensei service at 11:11, I'll be texting my subscribers with what your MQ is. That's your male quotient. How high evolved is your male energy? And that gives us really a determination. It's something I determined in charts a long time ago by the step number. So what is your male quotient at this lifetime, or what was it when you were born? And at 3:03 p.m., what is your Venus quotient? How high is your Venus energy? And this can help you kind of determine where you stand in that. Now, if you'd like to be a part of our April free 7-day trial of the Sirius Joy Personal Sensei Service, go down to SiriusJoy.com. You'll need your birth time and your cell phone handy. When you come back with Zodiac Weather, I'm going to give you some clues onto what you're bouncing off of this day after this. One of the problems with love is we don't know ourselves well enough to know who we want. Introducing Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. You send us your date of birth, we send you a custom video, and we'll talk all about you. The kind of charisma you have, your personality, are you funny, not funny? What's a perfect romance? What's a perfect wedding? What's a perfect home? And what not to do with you. Find out the secret to your heart at secretsofbirthdays.com. End all the uncertainty. Order one now. And welcome back to Namaste Today. And now let's move on to our rock and roll gospel. I believe that there are 3 ingredients to serious joy: love, laughter, and song. And I try to bring all 3 to you each day, believe it or not. And today I'm bringing you something special. Before there were sister wives, there was Sister Sledge. And these ladies are sisters biologically. And the song, We Are Family. Now, this song to me has done more light work and walking in the light than any song I've ever heard. That is in every place it unites people. In weddings, in funerals, in clubs, people get up and they sing this. And you can hear in these ladies that they really believe this truth. So this is definitely a day to get up and dance. And homage to Sister Sledge, a group of sisters who really inspired people. I think they did great work, and I'm proud of them and grateful. So crank it up and listen to it. But before you go cranking up We Are Family, let's take a look at the moods of each of ya brothers and sisters today, and where they may be singing We Are Family. That is what they are bouncing off of today. What are you bouncing off of? What is that second 2 coming from? Starting with the Scorpios. Sunny and cool for the Scorpios today. You're bouncing off of other people's feelings, especially your family's feelings, okay? Bouncing off your family. Step 1, the Leos, sunny, nesting, and resting today. But you'll be bouncing off the feelings of partnerships emotions. So people you are in some sort of partnership with. Step 2 is the Cancers, sunny and childlike today. But you are bouncing off of unlimited possibilities. So I think the Cancers are feeling good. Step 3, the Sagittarius is sunny and soulful today, but you are bouncing off of others' passion and other people's ideas. So I'm thinking you're probably in a think tank or somewhere cool. Come on, Mercury. Step 4, the Aquarius is sunny and professional today, but you are bouncing off of others' feelings in the present, or the present, as I like to say. Step 5, the Gemini is sunny and alert to their surroundings. Your emotions are bouncing off of unlimited possibilities that you have to explore. So you're like a kid in the candy store of knowledge. Step 6, the Libra, sunny and manifesting today, and you are bouncing off of true love and creative inspiration. That's pretty jolly. Step 7, the Pisces, sunny and expanding their fishbowl, but you are bouncing off of God and the universe. That's why. Step 8, the Capricorns, you are sunny and social today, but you and your emotions are bouncing off of abundant fertility. That's the best way to put it. You're feeling fertile. Step 9, the Aries, sunny with a chance of Rendi. And I think your emotions are bouncing off of people, pleasure, and bling. People, pleasure, and bling. That's the best for an Aries, right? Taurus, sunny and sentimental with the moon in Scorpio. But your emotions are also bouncing off the future that is in manifest as we speak. The future in manifest. Step 11, the Virgos, sunny and chit-chatty today. And your emotions are bouncing off your own talent on the fly. So if you were a juggler, I'd say you'd be juggling real good right now, Virgo. So let's look at our Lightwalker Parade. For starters, if you're on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. It helps with our YouTube relationship. And you can be our friend on Facebook by navigating to soulgarden.me. And you can join our email list at soulmart.me, where we have our goods and services, and I'll email you each morning. Don't forget, great Valentine's Day gift. The Secret to Birthdays Love and Lust Report is just $19.95 and personally edited by me based on your date of birth. You don't need the time and you don't need the location. It makes a great gift, especially for a boss or someone instead of one of those candy bundles, right? And don't forget, Modern Mommies is a great show. It's in the playlist right now, and the ladies will be taping later today. As always, I want to say thank you, and I love you too. It's great to be in co-creation with you. Come on down to the mothership anytime and lay your head on our pillow of light. We'd be happy to have you. Well, I love you, my friend, and I'll see you in 24 hours. Until then, live, love, be.
This is just so ironic.